A conflict that has tested many, a hardline stance for some, a neutral one for others, especially in Africa. Leaders of the Democratic Republic of Congo and Kenya have shown support for Israel despite growing condemnation over the military campaign in the Gaza Strip. Other African nations have kept a cautious distance from weighing in on the conflict.
You know, they are cautious because in terms of capacity, in terms of influence, Palestine is way low. And at the international level, there has been this pressure, particularly from the superpowers, to push Palestine below the carpet. And indeed, when you look at what's happening to Palestine, one would think, where are you superpowers that speak about human rights, that speak about sovereignty, that speak about independence and all that?
In East Africa, Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni, whose country has good relations with Israel, says a two-state solution needed to be adopted to end the crisis. It's been a delicate balance for many of the African nations in working out how to deal with the Israel-Palestine crisis. But one of the continent's heavyweights has made its position very clear. South Africa has strongly criticized Israel. In an 84-page filing to the International Court of Justice, South Africa described Israel's actions as, quote, genocidal in character. Godfrey Ayiranga, a human rights researcher, says South Africa's case before the World Court is justifiable.
What South Africa is arguing is that genocide has been committed and is continuing to be committed. Now, when you look at the Genocide Convention under Article 2 and Article 3, they provide that one, any act of killing or any act that could lead to the death of another person or a group or even a destruction of a group does amount to genocide.
Israel has denounced South Africa's legal case as a blood libel.
We've also had Israel noting that they are trying to defend themselves in self-defense. I mean, nobody stops them, but the biggest challenge has always been that what they are doing must be in line with international law. And international law provides that you cannot attack directly civilians or not even taking part in hostilities.
Israel's offensive after the 7th October attack by Hamas has left more than 22,000 people dead and more than 58,000 wounded. Many world leaders have tried to stop the conflict from spreading across the region. But the impact of the war has now reached courtrooms in The Hague, with the start of the legal arguments brought by South Africa. Leon Sanyange, SABC News, Kampala, Uganda.